So the main cheat code is you press this 3 times, turn the grind size twice like that, and nothing happens. Tatty Bye! Hello fellow coffee botherers! In this video I'm going to be giving you some Ninja Luxe Cafe Cheat Codes. Basically, these are a few really simple ways to use this contrary to the instructions to make better tasting coffee. In addition to the cheat codes, I'm also going to give you loads of bonuses, stuff you probably didn't know about your Ninja Luxe that are helpful to know. Let's get on with it, starting with cheat code 1. Ignore the strength settings for espresso, use scales or a shot measure instead. In espresso mode, the strength settings relate to ratio, which is a key variable for espresso. See the video that will pop up here somewhere to find out more about ratio. If your espresso is thin, dull and bitter, this is probably the reason. The problem is the volumetric settings, and they're on the high side and you can't reprogram them. Some machines have had a fault where the volume changes massively from one shot to the next, but I'm not talking about that here. I'm literally just talking about the fact that you can't reset the volume and it's usually too big. Strength setting 3 is supposed to deliver a 1:2 ratio, meaning about 36 grams of espresso from 18 grams of ground coffee. Setting 2 is supposed to be 1:2.5 and setting 1 should be 1:4. In my testing, setting 3 delivers about 72 ml of hot water, setting 2 about 82 ml and setting 1 about 112 ml. I'd expect closer to 60 ml for a 1:2. It'll change slightly depending on the beans and the grind size, but over 70 ml seems high. And I've not heard from anyone yet using the Ninja Luxe that's actually getting a 1:2 ratio from setting 3. Let me know in the comments if you are. To fix this, either use a shot measure or scales and just stop the shot manually when you're close to the desired volume. If you have the Pro 701, which has a ristretto option, just try strength setting 2 on ristretto. I found this to deliver the closest I've got to a 1:2 ratio. Cheat code number 2, time your espresso shots from first drips. If you're timing your shots, the norm is to time from pressing the button, so it's total contact time between the water and the coffee. We time shots to give us an idea of whether the grind size is right. In theory, you don't need to do this with these machines, as they have barista assistance, but if you want more control, you can do. The issue with shot time on the Ninja Luxe Cafe is that there's a variable heat-up time from pressing the shot button. It's usually about 10 to 12 seconds before water starts pumping into the group, but it can change from one shot to the next. So you can start timing from the second time you hear the pump running, if you like, or an easier way to do it is time from first drips and then add about 7 seconds to your shot time. So if you're following a recipe that suggests a 24 to 28 second shot time, and you'll find all the Seaworks recipes at seaworks.co.uk/brew guides, by the way, just aim for about 17 to 21 seconds from first drips, which means the first drips of espresso landing in your cup. Cheat code 3, more control over filter or drip style coffee. Filter style coffee isn't as precise with the Ninja Luxe Cafe, as it doesn't grind by weight in filter mode, it grinds by time instead, depending on the strength buttons. Also, it just prompts you to go to grind size 23 or 24, depending on whether you choose rich or classic. It's really quick and simple, and most people seem to be really happy with it, so if you are, great. If you're not, trick the machine by choosing espresso before grinding, and you'll always have a fixed dose weight. 18 grams if you use a double shot basket, and 40 grams if you use the quad basket, or the Luxe basket for a quad shot. Change the grind size. Stick to 23 or 24 if you like, or try slightly finer. For a single cup, grind for a double espresso, 18 grams, and then turn it off and on again so you're not stuck in espresso mode. Transfer the grounds into the Luxe basket, choose the small plus size on the EU versions or the 10 ounce on the US version. For a bigger coffee, use the Luxe basket. Choose quad and it'll grind a 40 gram dose. Turn the machine off and on, choose classic or rich, doesn't matter which, and choose the XL or 24 ounce cup size. So they're the cheat codes, the things that I think can make the biggest difference to coffee quality. But we're not finished. I'll now tell you loads of things about your Ninja Luxe Cafe that are handy to know if you don't already. Starting with Advanced Settings menu. Press and hold the size button for a few seconds to access the Advanced Settings menu. Scroll through the settings with the dial and press it to enter the setting you want to change. Use the dial to select the option, press it again to select, and press the size button to exit the menu. Simple. I'll put all the settings in the description so you can see which number relates to which setting if you can't be bothered reading the manual. Reset the barista assistance. It's worthwhile resetting the barista assistance every so often, at least when changing beans or when it seems to be getting confused. To do this, follow the instructions we've just given for getting into the advanced menu and turn it to H04, select yes, Press the dial so it goes beep to select yes, and then press the drink size button to exit the menu. Double tamp on the 701. Just checking that is a 701 I'm pointing to. The Pro 701 prompts you to tamp twice by leaving the tamp light lit up after you've tamped for the first time, if you've noticed that. You can do if you like, but it makes no difference. It just polishes the surface, getting rid of a few loose grounds. Tamp twice if you want to. If you want the tamp light to disappear, just ignore it. I'm not bothered. What are the little brown things called that we get coffee from?
Coffee beans.
Ah, yes, coffee beans. I've just mentioned coffee beans. So this would be a good time to hear from our sponsor. The sponsor this week was supposed to be a new zoo with animals made of sourdough, focaccia and brioche. But it's all bred in captivity.
Woo! It's getting worse.
Ah, yes, they are. You're welcome. So instead, the sponsor this week is me. My coffee beans from the Coffee Works are freshly roasted, usually on the day of dispatch, and we just so happen to have a whole category of coffee beans suitable for the Ninja Luxe Cafe at cworks.co.uk/NL. Also, if you're a new customer, you can get 25% off your first order, or a quarter, whichever comes first, at cworks.co.uk/25.
I put an order in yesterday.
Ah. Good.
It's a bread joke.
Ah, very good. I didn't get that. Drip tray full float. That's hard to say. That. This little float means you've caught a fish. Strike. I'm joking. This little float means empty your drip tray. It seems obvious, but not everyone knows that. As soon as that starts floating, you know the drip tray is nearly full. Multi-tool. In case you didn't know, this, which should be here, is a multi-tool which has multiple uses, which is why I'm referring to it as a multi-tool. I shall now show you the multi-tool. So that's for taking the steam tip off, put it on and do that like a spanner.
Twist?
Yeah. And then pull that off and it's your pointy thing for jabbing in the end of your steam one to clean it. And that's my brush for brushing. Drip tray. Again, this might seem obvious, but as a note from speaking to people, it's not obvious to everyone that you can completely pull this apart.
Go on then.
All right then. You can pull it out. And just, that pulls off. This is your grounds collector. That pulls off so you can empty the grounds. Empty it. Put it all back together. Be heavy-handed, you're not going to break it. Slap it back in.
What you're generally cleaning that with, just warm soapy water?
Yeah. Yeah, just a warm a warm cloth, I was going to say. A wet cloth. Travel mugs. This separate little drip tray.
That's where you should always store it.
Yes. This little separate drip tray is meant to be removed in case you want to fit a taller mug, such as a travel mug. You probably knew that, but if not, now you do. Spring whisk. The whisk in the bottom of the milk jug pulls out, making it easier to clean the whisk and properly clean the jug under the whisk too. Hands-free grinding. The Ninja Luxe Cafe grinds by weight for espresso, so don't touch the portafilter while it's grinded or you'll mess the weight up. I didn't know that for ages, until one day I was like, just doing it and it's carried on grinding. What we're doing? Resting your beans. If you're buying super freshly roasted beans from someone like maybe cworks.co.uk, who usually roast on the date of dispatch, unless Royal Mail have been twonks, you should get them within a day or two and they'll be very fresh. This means that they're still in the more volatile stage of gassing off, releasing CO2, or degassing, and they'll be more challenging at this stage, and counterintuitively, they'll actually have less aroma at this stage too. Sometimes it can even smell weird during degassing. Generally speaking, with medium dark to dark roast beans, you're best leaving them to degas for around 7 to 10 days before cracking them open. So if you'd usually wait until you're down to the very last bean before ordering, maybe order a bit sooner. You've got 2 or 3 beans left. Switching your beans. If you regularly switch beans, for example, from full calf to decaf or half calf, it's really simple to do that, and you definitely don't need to resort to buying pre-ground decaf for this, as some people have asked. Just do this. Dead quick and easy. Unlock your hopper. Lost a bean. Put them back in your bag or airtight storage.
Do your bags double as airtight storage?
They do. They have a one-way. They have a reseal strip and a one-way valve. Just that. Squeeze the air out like that. You might as well, with the machine off. Obviously, I'd always have the machine off. Grab what beans you can, save them, and then do that, and then.
How do you purge the beans on this?
You press and hold the grind button. So then you just got rid of the few beans that were sitting in the burr.
Give them a dump.
Burrs. Dump them. Seaworks apple pie and custard half calf or decaf or whatever. In. And that's it. Job's a good one. Water tank removal. I've had a couple of people who've just got the machine tell me the tank isn't removable. And I think what's happening is that they're seeing the side of the water tank and they're trying to pull it out that way. It just lifts straight up like that. When you put it back in, by the way, make sure you catch the actual thing, because it's dead easy to do that and it's not properly attached. I've done that several times. Make sure it's properly on. Tamping for filter style coffee. You don't need to tamp for filter. If you're making the max brew size, you can lightly tamp just to fit the dose in, but other than that, tamping is just for espresso. Manual milk steaming. It'll do a fairly good job of milk on auto, but it can do way better manually just by putting it on the lowest froth setting, pulling the wand out and pressing and holding the froth button, and then pressing it again to finish. And there we go. Did I miss anything? Did you discover anything about the looks that surprised you that you think I should share? Let me know in the comments, and once we have enough of them, maybe we can do a part 2.
Hello, my little pumpkins.
This one looks like a thick one.
Don't talk about me like that.
It looks like primary school cocoa. You know, you used to get it on the little trays and the whole hall would smell like
I didn't go
cocoa.
to school.
I can tell. Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, that surprised you, didn't it?
That is thick. Let's have a go.
Cheers.
Now that you're allergic to concrete, eh?
Tastes very similar to the last peanut butter one, but there's a twist. Banana?
Yes, peanut butter and banana coffee.
What else? There's a bigger twist.
Is it tea?
I really like that. It's not tea, it's coffee. It's lots
It tastes like a little bit of a smoothie, doesn't it? Because it's thickness.
It is called a smoothie.
Kiwi?
Nope.
I don't know. What is it?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower?
What?
What?
Yeah.
I hate vegetables.
Cauliflower. It's one way to get one of your 5 a day. Cauliflower, banana,
I can
coffee,
not taste the cauliflower.
honey. Yeah, and you can't get your honey.
Honey as well. Yeah. Cool. I would drink that.
I'm gonna, yeah.
How many beans?
I will take that. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 7 too.
7. I'll give it a 7.
beans.
Thank you very much for watching, and a very special thank you to all the new channel members. If you want to join in the fun, click the join button down here somewhere under the counter. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button to make it change to say subscribed. Also, liking and commenting help too. Another way to subscribe is to click on my face. Tatty bye.